Kingdom wrestling for me is this amalgamation, this mesh of faith and wrestling. Any Christian will tell you that when you go through life, you wrestle with stuff. You wrestle with your faith. When you face a really tough challenge, how do you see God in that challenge, and how do you continue to remain in faith? And I really felt that wrestling gives us that opportunity to tell those stories. We can do David and Goliath in the ring, rip it straight from the Bible and tell it. We can touch on themes like racism or violence towards women or other stuff that makes us go, well, what does the Bible say about this? Where do we sit on this? And so the idea was birthed from just doing events at first and sharing my story and seeing people respond to that and want to find faith for themselves, to then going, well, I want to do something that's a bit more regular. And so I was like, let's just do church.
1, 2, 3.
So for me, both my faith journey and my wrestling journey are kind of evolved alongside each other. So my name is Gareth Thompson. I'm CEO of Kingdom Wrestling, and I wrestle as Gareth Angel. I had a pretty messed up childhood. I came from a broken home. My dad left when I was young. My mum drank quite a bit. I was sexually abused as a child, and I was even homeless at 15, living in a skip. When I finally got myself back on my feet, I was invited to church one morning, and I was expecting what my nan used to take me to, which was like organs and choirs and like Roman Catholic, because that's kind of the school I went to. But then I came to this church and it was open seating and there was a live band. And during the worship, I just saw myself sobbing and I couldn't control it. And some guy came up to me after the service and said, "You've just felt love for the first time in your life and you didn't know what to do with it." And he was totally correct. And from that moment, I tried to kind of figure this stuff out. Alongside that, wrestling was my escape as a kid from all that stuff. I'd be watching the WWF, like The Rock and Stone Cold. And that was my go-to. When stuff got tough, I could just watch wrestling and escape it. As I grew as a Christian and as I grew as a wrestler, I kind of wanted to bring those two things together. Come with me. This is some of our wrestlers. This is Ben, otherwise known as Slugger. Sammy Blue, Gung Ho Muttley. Everybody loves a bit of Gung Ho Muttley. MC2, commentator. He knows all the guys inside and out. We've got Danny, graphic designer, alongside James, who's also refereeing for us. And we'll just go through now to the changing room. So in here we've got Kiara and Scarlett. They're just going over their match. Kiara is actually Catholic, and for Scarlett, it's her first time with us tonight, her debut. So she's really getting into the mood of like what we bring here and how different it is to other places.
It's a cool time to be a wrestling fan. I've kind of a cradle Catholic. I went to church my whole life, but I have friends that have never been to church, that would never even set foot in one. They're kind of intimidated just to set foot in a church. And I feel like having fans come here is sort of a way to break down the barrier. It's something that I never thought of having grown up. It's not the 1940s anymore. You don't have to be in your Sunday best. So I think this is one of the ways that we break down the barriers to the masses.
Welcome to Kingdom
Bless all the stories that are going to be told, the good and bad, in the wrestling ring tonight. Amen.
We've got people who are coming here tonight who were baptised over a year and a half ago, who are still finding faith for themselves and trying to figure out what it means to live day to day as a Christian. But then they get to come here and get so invested in the characters and the stories that we tell here as well. And that to me is church. Would I ever have thought this would ever happen? No. Do I believe in a God that can make anything happen? Yes. So I'm always wrestling with that myself, is how amazing is this? How do we take it to the next level? I would love this to be all over the country. I would love this to be all over the world as a way of engaging people with faith and Christianity and bringing people into relationship with Jesus. Am I the guy to do it? I don't know, but I'm learning as we go. And I'd love to be that guy, but I'm just giving it to God and letting him do the rest. Everything else is just a bonus.